Let those who are going to play, play. Those who want to play with information, those who want to play with people, who want to play with other people's hopes, let them play around. Let them play, because those who play find themselves in the play, probably playing a role that they didn't expect to play. They think that they are the hero when they might be actually the villain, or they might have been taught to believe all of their lives that they were the villain when in reality they are the hero. It's just the flipping of the perspectives and being able to arrive at the full knowledge of self, or to be on the journey where the knowledge of self is so momentous that you can't be thrown off your path. Anything that you acquire in your path, in your journeys, attribute to the completion of yourself, making you more well-rounded, making you more diverse, making you more advanced, giving you some skin in the game, giving you some experience on your back. You take these things, you bring these things, present them to the other person, not as a tool of oppression, you understand, not as a tool of subjugation, but you're using it as tools of relativity, being able to reach out, being able to respond, being able to be responsive, responsible, able to respond, response able, to be responsible, not reacting. Reacting is different than responding. Reacting is hair trigger. It is involving non-thought. You don't want to be reactive. You want to be responsive. You don't want to be reactionary. You want to be responsible. This is how you handle the delicacy of the human experience. You don't want to run roughshod over it, because you might miss the little nuggets and the gems that would help you to be guided along a smoother path. Perhaps you don't have to walk the barefoot on hot coals when there's parts of your path that provides you with shoes. You understand, and overstand that. So walk in this world with judgment. Don't judge anybody, but be full of judgment. To see the logic behind something, the rationale behind something, to be able to see a few steps ahead, to think like a proverbial chess player, so to speak, where everybody else is playing checkers. Want to jump this man, jump that man, jump this opportunity, jumping from this thing to that thing to this thing to that thing. All they want to do is be king me. All they want to do is be stacked. They're not planning, they're not trapping, they're not there's no strategy, right? There's no real plan. It's just the next piece in front of me, I'm going to jump it if I can. That's checkers. And anyone who is advantageous can be looked at as a checkered individual. What you see on this scarf is a checkered pattern. And the idea of things being checkered points to duality all over again, where you get light and you get shadow. You got the squares side by side. This is not saying that you have to have a mix of good and evil, but at the same time, it does honor the proverb that says you want to stay to the middle of the scale when it talks about good and evil, because there is a such thing as spiritual pride that traps people in being too good, and they'll end up destroying themselves. Like the proverb says, why be too wise? Why destroy yourself? But then it also says on the other opposite end of the scale, why be too evil and die before your time? So either extreme, either excess eventually becomes a vice. To have true respect for God, is what's said in this proverb, is to avoid both extremes. The true honoring and acknowledging in the walking of God, being in what is called God, being in what is called power, means that you're not swayed by either extreme. Are you to favor one over the other? Absolutely. I would say, don't you want to be happy versus sad? Don't you want to be good versus bad? So you're going to lean more toward one way. But where extremism and goodness are to a fault is just the person's perspective. You over push to perfect. And in this excessive urge to be perfect, you end up throwing away all of the juice, all of the sweetness, all of the rewards that come with just being good. You throw away all of the rewards of being good because you're chasing excellence. You still want to chase excellence, but you want to clutch on to good too. Don't treat good like it's not good just because great is around the corner. You understand? So that's throwing one thing ahead of another. That's driving faster than you can see, is what that is. What some would call destination anxiety. And destination anxiety is a real thing, and it can lead to burnout because you're not enjoying the results that take place along the journey. You're too fixated on the destination, whatever the end goal is. So you cause yourself to forfeit the process, and that goal that you're trying to reach becomes ever more increasing in distance because you're chasing it rather than embracing it. See, that's how the law of attraction works. You have to embrace it while you chase it. If you don't embrace it while you chase it, you'll be running after that thing forever. But if you embrace it while you chase it, that thing will stay still for you and allow you to make physical what was once only mental. Super T Sigma, Sigma Program.